I do believe we are live, so I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution. There is like some heavy clouds above me. It might start raining. It is raining. No, I'm gonna have to move. Kristen is here. Natalie and Jovan and Shan. Sending you friends so much lovin's. I thought I was gonna get away with sitting here for like a moment at least. Like maybe like one moment, but nah. That yeah. Oh, it's raining. Can you hear it? I'm gonna have to move underneath the roof again. I got a blanket. It's cold. It's kind of cold. It's been raining like for the last 2 days on and off. And it is supposed to be winter. I'm saying supposed to because in South Africa it doesn't rain during winter actually. But the rain didn't get the memo. Let me do this. And then this. My electronics shouldn't get wet, please. There we go. Back again. Dear friends, tell me, how have you been feeling? Today's stream topic can be, I don't know if it's controversial. I don't necessarily think it's controversial. We have a kitty. Hello, meow meow. Where's your cousin? I'm gonna put this blanket over me again. So, what are we talking about today? That is the question. We're gonna talk about how to a rich person, the value a poor person could provide is going to be very limited, right? As in, if you have everything, all the money, all the opportunities, all the tools, all of the room to do everything you need to, a poor person that doesn't have any of those things won't be able to give you much, right, in return. Where vice versa, a rich person can give a poor person, a person who does not have any of those things, opportunities, tools, funds, can give them everything. And how we find ourselves at this point in history in that exact predicament, where there are millions, billions, fives of billions, many billions of people who do not have an inkling, a fraction of the amount of abundance that is on the earth right now. Don't have access to it. The property laws are kind of ridiculous. The fact that there are people who own swaths of land, your very dirty Pippi. Look at her little feetsies. That's mud. Why would you do that to yourself? Like that's so much mud. Your face as well. I don't know where they go, but they find themselves, they go in like that general direction, and then they always come back completely covered in mud. Now we can hear the rain. My dog also loves mud. I used to like mud as well. I feel like there's a time and a place for the mud, right? And this moment in time is very wet and cold, and I can't imagine wanting your little limbs covered in a wet, dirty substance in that kind of state of being. But who am I to say? Tristan, at least I got to see nature for a minute. Yeah. Like we didn't go all the way inside. We're just gonna go underneath that little covering. Not getting completely rained on, at least. Duck Dad is here too, saying good morning, you beautiful sacks filled with kindness and goo. So nice having you too, sending you love. And Zano is here as well. Yeah. For dogs, it's all the time, all the smells and textures, I guess. Guess that's true. Pepe really likes, going on little adventures as well. Apparently, they experience the world first and foremost through their nose. Smelling new things, having novel experiences is what's valuable to them. Trying to attach it to today's stream topic of having, right? To a doggo, you giving them the world by taking them outside on a walk is significantly more valuable than you giving them money or opportunities or tools. What you are in your essential being is God Himself, herself, itself. Yeah, that one is a little bit hard to swallow sometimes. It can be a little bit controversial even. But what you are in your essential being is God itself. In pure spirit, you are unbounded and without form, but you are not without consciousness. Having come here as pure form, as consciousness. That doesn't look good. This was during yoga. My ring made an indent on me. The cold showers have been brutal. Like I felt like I was dying a little bit. It's one thing to shower cold and there's a lot of pressure. For some reason, there's no pressure when I shower. I think my dad set the timer so the pump isn't running. I don't know if he's doing it intentionally, but that's the reality of the situation. And then instead of just getting blasted with cold water and getting yourself covered in it as quick as possible, it's like a small baby stream, and the water falls on my head and then proceeds to drip onto my shoulders like little icicles. Oh goodness. I felt like I was both dying and becoming more powerful at the same time. Cold showers are quite something. I keep talking about them, and I will keep talking about them. Guess there is something in there for me as well. The reason I take cold showers is because I do believe I live a comfortable life, right? I don't have to go hungry. I don't have to worry about where I'm sleeping. I don't have to stress about where my water is going to come from. And I feel like all of these things have led me to a certain life of comfort, sheer comfort. And then giving myself, because I have all of this everything, give myself the uncomfortable parts of it, right? Like showering cold. And I feel there's some value in that as well. Landscaping is fun. I'm happy you're enjoying it, Connor. It's nice having you here, dear brother Bear. Do that Thursday. Today plans. I have enough, and enough is as good as a feast. Yes, Alan Watts, thank you for bringing his wisdom back into the space, Zano. Through you, so much, yes. I think I'm planting roses Thursday for a customer, making a new bed. Sounds sick to me, dude. Do you like planting roses? Do you plant them as seeds, or do you plant them as saplings? I'm curious. At least you're working with nature tuners. This is true. Shelly is here as well. It's nice having you, Shell. Sending you love. This bed is really trying to keep me today. Yeah. Mine too. Weirdly enough, it kept me, brother. But I reached a point where I was like, okay, enough. I think it was at 9 a.m. I was like, okay. All right. You did the thing. You slept. You feel well rested. Now is get up and do other things time. Stop. I have some great news to share with you guys regarding the results of the blackouts in South Africa. If you haven't heard, those 10 hours a day blackouts have resulted in a dramatic reduction in carbon emissions in South Africa and a cleaner atmosphere, according to the Associated Press and Bloomberg. I wouldn't be surprised, Shell. I wouldn't be surprised. Apparently, I think 93% of our energy production comes from coal in our country right now. For some reason, me saying for some reason, I know the reason. Greed. Greed is the reason. But for some reason, our country hasn't been installing renewables. Oh wow, so surprising. It's almost like the powers that be have a vested interest in making more money, right? That's the joke about today's stream topic as well, where those who have the most Those who have so much, you can give them nothing of value, still want more money. More. Yeah, more. Oh, I have more money than I can spend in my entire life. What do I want for my Christmas, birthdays, and my sheer existence? More. Yes, more. Why not? Why not? Why not? Nancy is here too. Thank you for joining us, dear friend. Sam, sending you love. Is it on purpose though? No. No, it's not. Very much not on purpose. Joy, there she is, sending you lovin's. It's not on, well, I don't think it's on purpose. It might be coercion, because that's the joke, right? Like, even though they switch our power off for 10 hours a day, our electricity bill hasn't gone down. Isn't that great? They still charge us like 10, no, 1,000, about 1,000, sometimes more than $1,000 a month just for electricity. And we don't get to use it for 10 hours out of our day. Wow, so fantastic. It is ridiculous, but apparently that's what I'm here to experience, right? Otherwise I wouldn't have been spawned in this country. I would have spawned somewhere else. Learn all of the patience. So much patience. My bed tried to get me too. I'm happy you also won, Zano. Shell, did you read about the air quality around big cities during the pandemic? Ours was visibly clear. The whole world took a collective breath with the pandemic when we stopped rushing towards whatever. How did you do that? I think the roof might be leaking. Just got a drop. Cold showers are an exercise in strengthening your nervous system. Yes, exactly. And my nervous system feels so strong. I don't know if it's perception. It might be, but it also feels like it causes my central nervous system to send out signals of energy. Does that make any sense? Feels like all of my little actuation points, the ends of my central nervous system is becoming hyperactive. It's like, it's like they're screaming a little bit. And then all of that screaming causes energy to be directed in their direction. And then it makes me feel like I'm more in my own body. Kind of like grounds me as well. The purpose was to use less coal, and that was a secondary benefit. Yeah. Hey Google, what percentage of South Africa's energy is produced by coal? Sorry, I didn't understand. That was so clear. It was so clear, like perfectly clear. I'm gonna skip you instead. Hello, can you tell me what percentage of South Africa's energy production is made of coal? Sick. I think it's 93. I might be wrong. 90%. Call me a liar for 3%. 90% of our energy production is coal right now. Isn't that an absolute atrocity? We have so much sunlight. We have so much wind. We have massive coasts. But nah, we'll burn coal instead. And then we'll make more coal mines, and then we'll, all eat. Keep eating the planet, South Africa. We're gonna try and take it back from them. I will plant roses from shrubs. When I can expand the nursery, I hope to grow my own, but they are slow. 6 months minimum for a decent-sized potted plant. Need space and time. I'm guessing they're probably valuable if they take that long for them to be grown. Are they going to be more valuable than a tomato plant though, right, for the time investment? I guess you're probably doing all of that math in your brain as well. What you don't have, you don't need. What you don't have, you don't need now. What you don't know, you can feel it somehow, U2. U2 is a band, right, Nancy? I believe. Hey again, JV. Nice having you. Wait, aren't you charged based on usage? How can they charge you for what isn't being consumed? So what has happened over the last 10 years? is our electricity prices have gone up 4 times. So we're paying 4 times as much for the same units of energy. And as they keep switching our power off for longer and longer periods of time, they keep increasing the price per unit, causing us to keep paying the same price for less energy. I think our energy is still relatively cheap. Hey Google, what is this? Hey Google, what does a single kilowatt hour cost in South Africa? Don't tell me you don't understand. Don't tell me that. It's so simple. I'm getting triggered. Google doesn't want to tell me. Hey, John. Hey, John, dude, I'm getting angry at my technologies. We're talking about the situation. Weirdly enough, I yesterday went through this whole trip of thinking about what I would be willing to do when it comes to a job, right? On top of all of the stuff I'm doing right now. Again, the whole conversation we had about trying to make more money. And one of the things that I feel drawn to as something that I believe is valuable when it comes to the way I see what we're supposed to be doing in this world, serve being one of them. I think installing solar is a cool way to serve our country, to serve people, to serve families for their energy needs because our country, our government doesn't, right? And I was like thinking about this. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. Right. And then this morning I wake up to see John posting photos on his status of him and Stefan and two other gentlemen installing solar panels onto a roof. And I'm like, bro, of course. Of course you're doing this right now. I was actually thinking about this being a valuable kind of vector. And yeah, now we're talking about it. Don't know if it's anything is final, but there is a potential for us to end up living together installing solar. Baby steps, dude. Let's see. It's nice having you here, Brother Bear. Sending you lovin's, man. Yeah, they could come and get that money from my cold dead fist, I tell you what. The joke is, you won't be able to see it from here, but there are these links, these little sticks that they clip into the grid. And if you don't pay your electricity, some dude drives his truck to your house and then he disconnects you from the grid. No more electricity for you. So there's no choice. Like we pay line rent, for instance, right? Just the fact that there is a line coming onto our farm, we pay for that every month. Something like, I think 400 or between $400 and $600 of the $1,000 bill is just getting the electricity, not even the electricity itself, just having the line. Government-owned companies. It's almost like that's a recipe for disaster. Yes, that's exactly what's happening, Mel. You were holding your reactionary nervous system while your body freaks out because it senses danger with the cold. But every time you hold that reaction, you were doing a repetition with your brain. Exactly. Being able to mindfully breathe. And it's so beautiful that you almost like articulate it in the scientific terms. The way I think of it, and this is what I do every single time, I imagine it as me conditioning myself to extreme discomfort to be in that cold water. And then as I'm experiencing extreme discomfort, I open up a narrative in my mind of love, where usually it's like, I am here to save the world. I am here to save the world. I'm here to share love. I'm here to be kind. I'm like almost like, oh, extreme discomfort. My body, my entire nervous system is screaming for me to GTFO, and I am standing in it, present with it, choosing love. And I imagine that bleeding over into the rest of my relationships with my family, for example, as well, where there are a bunch of things that happen sometimes within family dynamics, within, relationships with people that can make you feel very uncomfortable. And because I have conditioned myself with extreme discomfort for months at a time, every single day when I shower to condition myself like that, it's like I'm more capable of just standing my ground and being like, oh yeah? Okay. Here we are. Tell me what you think. Depending on the rose, 20 to $40. but they sell slower. A tomato takes 2 months, quarter the space, and costs me $2 to $5 to grow. And I sell them at 14 bucks. I sell tomatoes and peppers now to generate cash flow. If I look at all of that, it makes perfect sense to me that tomatoes and pepper plants would be the best. Kez, I don't think I've seen your username before, dear friend. Duck, where are you? I'm in AB Canada. And we're paying 12.7 cents per hour. I'm guessing that's electricity costs. Our kilowatt here is like 0.08 cents per kilowatt hour. I think ours is a little bit more expensive. It might be, there we go, Rand. Yeah. Then ours is significantly less expensive, actually. How about that? No, 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 you're dirty, Pepe. I'm sorry. You cannot get on me. Look at her. She's like, oh, give me, can I remember? Nah, look at those dirty feetsies. I'm sorry, Pepe. You chose your lot. I'm cold as well. I don't want mud. The cold sticks to you. So, planting last night, I was planting all kinds of flower seeds. Just running my hands through my beard for the morning stretch and found Indonesian cosmos seeds in my beard. Yes, I love that. I'm just imagining this alternate reality where Duck Dad just has like all of these seeds in his beard. And as he's walking through, the land and he like strokes his beard, a bunch of little flower seeds fall onto the ground, germinating. Wherever Duck Dad goes and strokes beard, flowers sprout. Gang, gang. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, does John install solar? Good job for your country and the planet. He does. He does do that. Excited to see what's happening with this possible job, Mal. Grateful for such an opportunity for you. We'll see. We'll see if it turns out, right? It's a matter of time, I guess. It's a matter of being able to do this while doing that. And if I can't do this while doing that, then I'm doing this instead of doing that. So we'll take it one step at a time. Fuck the lights, I got candles. I've been waiting to burn. There we go. They can disconnect or reconnect my electricity remotely. They can disconnect or reconnect my electricity remotely if I don't pay my bill. Sounds about right. What the hell? For half a day's electricity? Nah, yeah, starting to use currencies, translated for currency I'll never use. It's excited to see what happens. I took cold showers in high school, and I also slept on the floor on my back. I was like a kind of penance I thought I had to do. That's weird you say that, actually, Shell, because I also, in high school, went through a time where I slept on a yoga mat directly on the floor. I think I watched a YouTube video about it being better for your back health, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sleep on the floor because it's better for me. And then I did that for like a night, and I was like, that sucks ass. I'm not doing that ever again. And then I went to China, and then you basically essentially sleep on the floor. They have like these wooden beds with like a mat on top of it, which is essentially the same thing. And then I didn't have a choice until I eventually got myself a mattress like 6 months into living there. Lucky, can't believe the difference. Kez, it's nice having you here, friend. You feel already a part of the space. Where are my manners? I'm not new. I'm a new old face and was gutted to see Reddit wasn't happening anymore. I was so happy to find you all here. Guess, of course. Reddit friends coming back into the space. It's nice having you here. We've been doing this every day. Unfortunately, Arpan scabopped our streams, but these are still continuing. YouTube has not let us down just yet, fortunately. I catch myself doing things like that too, Shell. Sometimes for no reason at all. I feel like it's a challenge of the self, right? That's the way I see it. Like we like being challenged as individuals. And sometimes we feel like our lives are too easy, so we challenge ourselves. We do it through ourselves. Your body feels uncomfortable, but your brain knows you're safe. Because of your practice, it wins. Most people don't have that kind of emotional or nervous system control. Great job, Mel. Thank you, Zano, for echoing. That is a statement. That is a sentiment. I want to attach it to today's stream topic, though, right? That in large part, most of us have everything. Yeah. If you had to compare apples for apples, how much you have, in trinkets, in entertainment, in access to food, in access to beds, and access to blankets, and access to services, especially the services, even if they might be expensive, even if there is like some wackiness in the background happening. You are significantly more wealthy than kings were 200, 300 years ago, right? So, in that context, you are the person who has everything. And the rest of the world now is the person who has nothing, right? In this context of being able to give you something that you need so desperately so you can continue living. And then trying to attach something like cold showering. It's you giving yourself something in reverse almost. It's you giving yourself mental strength, giving yourself uncomfortable situations so that you can become hardened with your ability to endure. There was a lightning strike. I hope it's a loud one. Brain wins. Yes, brain, keep winning. Wait, Melt. Wait, Melt is a possible job? Potentially. We'll see how things work out. We'll see if the cogs can align. I see installing solar as a valuable pursuit, something that will make me happy, right? Being able to leave someone's house better, right? Like I came to your place and now I'm gonna leave and now you'll have energy when our country doesn't give you energy. And that just sounds like wins to me. I love the beard flowers fractal. Such a lovely thing to say. Yes, JV is resonating. Kez saying, where? I think I read the one. Love you again, Kez, so much. JV, it would be amazing to grow flowers from my beard until you realize how questionable my hygiene would be to support life. Oh, goodness, yeah. I'm imagining dreadlock beard, with like just stacks of mud in the beard at this point. Little flowers coming out of it. Peter Griffin, Level Shenanigans Dog. Did you have a different name, Kez? Thank you so much. The stream got me through some dark times around day 350 to day 450. And the comfort Melt voice brings and hears old names is unreal. So grateful for the space. Sea Veteran! My name is Kelly. We remember you, Sea Vet. Oh, goodness. It's been so long. Fell off the face of the earth this last year and just finding myself and my smile again. You are worthy of smiling. You are worthy of love. I feel like a part of me wants to play you a little bit of a song, If we're gonna go into nostalgia, we can go even deeper. I have upgraded some pieces of my technology. I got microphones now. Yeah, good audios and stuff. You can hear all of the pitter patters of the rain. And I brought my kalimba into stream today. I don't know if you remember that, Sivet. Kez, Kelly, solar power is fun, but Doc Dag hates tall buildings. I don't mind heights. I don't mind it. Kez, please gush away. We're grateful you have returned and found your warm spot to sit. Did you tell the friends about Tomorrowland, Melt? I haven't just yet, Joy Vive. Like I said I would, watch Tomorrowland yesterday from Joy Weave's recommendation. And it was beautiful. All of it was beautiful. All of it was so relevant. I feel even more relevant now than it's ever been. One of the things that really tripped me out, Joy, is that monologue, the bad guy. They really did him dirty. Like I don't know if he was that bad. I think he was partially bad. But they like just straight up killed him. They dropped the building on the dude. I was like, oh. Anyway, he was like going into this monologue of them almost like broadcasting the apocalypse, the end of the world, our ecological system collapsing onto itself to everybody. And as he was broadcasting this, human beings gobbled it up. We started almost like romanticizing our own doom. We started telling stories of apocalypses, of our end times. We sold books, we made games, we watched movies about the apocalypse instead of actually trying to do something about it. And then he was like, you know what? Yeah, die. Die, humans. If you want to die, die, fine. And this narrative of how not believing in this doom narrative we've been sold, how she's like in school And then class after class after class, all of these teachers are like, yeah, the world is ending. Everything is going to shit. Everything is falling apart. And her being like, are we doing something to change it? How about we try changing it? Have we considered that that's a possibility? And then just the silence of the teacher looking back at her. There is hope, dear friends, is what I'm trying to say. You are the hope of the world. Do you realize that you have that responsibility? You. Yes, you. Like, yes, specifically you sitting in your space in the world right now can make a difference. And you're like, oh, Mel, but I have no legs. How am I supposed to go outside there? You can make a difference sitting down. Just thinking from a better world, right? Almost like imagining. I do believe into this woo-woo side. Go and check out Neville Goddard if you want to dive a little bit more deeper into this topic. But living into the assumed reality you want to be in, right? If we're all, as a collective, assuming day by day by day that the world is going to end, that everything is doomed, that there's no saving it, then how can we expect any less? Vice versa, if we assume that there is still hope, that there is still room for change, that there is still a capacity in the human spirit to actually make a difference, then how can we hope for anything different? Surely that's what's going to happen if we keep assuming. Keep assuming the best about yourself, about the ones around you. You might be wrong. You probably will be sometimes. I won't lie. But the times that you're right is going to be fantastic. Be right about yourself. Name is Kelly. I love you again, Kelly. It's nice having you, friend. Sivet, what an incredible story of a reminder of the space. Meld, I brought a kalimba. I bought a kalimba for Duckling's birthday. Yes. Yes. That makes me so happy, Duck Dad. Hearing you finding your smile again warms my heart. I have MS. And the cold showers are a game changer. A cold shower can change my day from being unable to move properly and communicate with my limbs to full functioning in the space of 10 minutes. Like I was like, usually I am kind of resistant in sharing the whole cold shower thing, Kelly, because it's kind of weird, right? Because I can't talk about me showering cold without that imagery being generated in your mind, at least partially, right? And then I was like, should I be talking about this right now? And the fact that you actually use it as a tool, it's a part of your life to improve things. And I'm going to kind of like draw parallels where surely it helps you having MS, right? But that process of almost like coming into your body, being full functioning, being able to properly communicate, use your limbs. Surely that happens to people that don't have MS as well, right? Those benefits probably still do bleed over onto our lives. I'm back, sorry. We've been talking to you this whole time, John. We've been talking to you so much, oh. You missed all of that? Just like, to sum it up, we love you and we think you're doing good things. Is essentially what it is. That's amazing. That's awesome, Kaz. These days, I only do the cold shower if I'm cooling down. I'm going to try cold first, then heat. How long have you had your diagnosis for? Do let us know. As your friends talk about this, we're gonna play some kalimba. Dive into the fractal of the pitter patter of the rain. I think you can still hear it, right? I disconnected because of load shedding. Oh, of course. Dude, so my eye just started twitching reading that comment. You can stop now. My eye started twitching today, writing in my journal as well, Shan. And then first I added some thieves oil, and I'm like, thieves oil is for anti-inflammatory. And then I added some peace and calming to it as well. And then it stopped. It stopped twitching, and it was like, my twitch is so peace and calmed. Oh, Shell, you should have heard the old noise when I was first treating myself to cold shower. I can imagine in AB. I swim in the glacial lakes all summer, and it has never as hard as the cold shower at home. For me, Kelly, is the build-up, right? Like still, I've done it now hundreds. Yeah, I'm still in the hundreds. I'm like getting close to thousands. of times, but still in the hundreds, right? And every single time being faced with the reality that I'm gonna now get in cold water, my body is like, "Ah, no, no, stop. Goodness. My body fights it. And then I remind myself, I'm like, yo, this is gonna be cold. It is. I guarantee you, it's gonna suck. That's why we're doing it. We're not doing it because it's gonna be, oh, so great. We're doing it because it's hard. Go through with it anyway. Yeah, Kalimba, I literally only see your cringing face when you talk about being in the shower melting. Of course. You're learning melt. I am. I'm using it well. There's so much rain falling behind us right now as well. You can't even see the mountains anymore. The mountains have disappeared. At least partially. Okay, peace out. Love you. Nancy, we'll see you again soon. Need to get ready for work and feed the doggo. Hasta pronto. Love you. We'll see you on the other side, dear friend. Shell, since 2019, it went from my eye first, but my heat triggers all of the physical discomfort. Luckily, it comes and goes. Hopefully, it goes. It just goes. Don't come, MS. Just go. Blessings to you. I'm imagining the future where we can take things like that away as well. Let me see if I'm getting rained on. Let's play some kalimba. I'm gonna set a timer for a few minutes. We'll do 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Yeah, I'm getting so green right now. Let's do it like this. I got so rained on. And it feels like the rain calmed down. Rainy here too, gobbity goo. So nice seeing you. I wanted to show you that gap that I kept looking at that formed in the clouds as we were playing. It's such a blessing being able to share these things with you, friend. Some calm energy as it's raining. That was mostly for you, Kelly. Mostly, right? For everybody, but I'm like mildly biased towards you today. I was also like tripping out. I was like, John is in chat right now. John is a musician. John is like straight up, man's makes musics. Like he is actually going to a studio these days to have his stuff recorded. So tell me what you think. Oh, can give me some pointers. Maybe we'll play together at some point. Let's see. Melt, try cracking, eye of the tiger, before you jump in, or whatever hype song gets you pumped. Bam, 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 bam. I went back to catch up. So much love, dude. The rain and thunder sounds so beautiful. All for you. Thank you, Kristen. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Da-da-da. Oh, the beautiful rain. It's sadly fire season here. Woke up this morning with the sun blocked out from all of the smoke, and the house smells like a campfire. We've been praying for rain. Hopefully I can send some of this rain your side, Kristen. I was articulating to Anna today that when it rains, like it just now, it would cost us millions upon millions of dollars to build the equipment, to build the irrigation systems, to generate the electricity in order to extract water from under the earth or from the oceans, to irrigate this entire space, right? Like multiple millions of dollars just from the rain falling. And it's the same thing for when things are literally burning down. It's like so valuable. Raindrops, bitter patter all around. So much love sitting here, staring at my uke, wanting to jam with Kalimba so bad. What's stopping you? Oh, what's stopping you? Huh? There is no do or do not. There is no try, right? Mojo is here too, sending you lovins. It's nice having you. We're gonna jam when we visit. Yes, we are, dude. 100%. I have like a few little instruments. I've lost my jaw harp, which I feel could have been a cool little adder to the instruments, but maybe I'll get a new one. I do want to get myself Damaru. I think it's called Damaru. It's like a little handheld drum. Some point. Yo, let me pile on your precious, beautiful critter. You're a light wherever you go. Gang, gang. Yes, more. Thank you for the love. Also, lounging and lurking. We love you no matter what, Mojo. Thank you for spending some time. Best kitchen towel and napkin folding meditation vibes here. Rain and Kalimba and my friends. So much different energies, right? Calmness. A sense of tranquility. The rain is calming down. I can still hear the little burbies. Being a burb in the rain must not be fun. I guess they have like some waterproof coating. They didn't sound too upset about it. You can see them as well. While I was playing the kalimba, I was watching a burb run around in the grass, probably eating worms. It's rainy here too. Nice. It's so soothing, Mel. Thank you. Thank you, Shan, for listening. Thank you for the love. What a beautiful moment. Lay on the floor on my living room. I was immediately joined by my 3 doggos. Closed my eyes and imagined tendrils of light connecting us across the globe. The nodes, that we are the net, right? That there has been so much wisdom lost. Thought I saw a rainbow for a moment in like this space. Some sort of rainbow energy happening here. My mind feels full. Content. I think content is the right word. I feel contented just being in the space with you, friends. I'm going to put this microphone away for now. And then we can start by pulling a card. See what the sacred geometry has to say. Maybe we'll pull a card of healing for you, Kelly. Let's see what the universe has to say to us. I've been on a sacred geometry trip these days. I'm thinking about it a lot. I want to get a bunch of tattoos to signify this time of my life, this understanding. And then I learned that tattoos are expensive. And I'm like, maybe I don't need tattoos right now. Maybe I'll buy myself tools before tattoos. I like Toast, pretty array. Toasty Malosty is here. Toast, my dude. So nice having you. I want to show you friends this. Remember when Toasty mentioned he would like to see Christian's scarf turn into a flower? This was yesterday's. Let me show you this one first. That's how yesterday's turned out. This was the day before's. It was day before that. Look at those little clowns. Silly dudes. This was one of Christian's personal favorites. He really likes the color scheme. And here's the one that Toasty requested. That is Christian's poncho on the side. My scarf from TJ, and then my shirt above. And then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. This is also one of my favorites. It has like some trippy energy. The way those little bars connect. Yeah. The fact that every single one of these flowers is attached to a piece of poetry trips me out a little bit. I imagine these things communicating. That if a flower could speak, it would speak in poetry. On that note, let me read you one of them. This one. The supposing one. It was one of the special ones to me. It's the one that Christian really liked. The poem is called Supposing Us to Death. It's a little bit brutal. And it goes, suppose to, they said, working as till we're dead, throwing flesh against problems harder than steel, having grown to expect things of ourselves that feel unreal. All because we're supposed to run and fight, not from fears that used to fight us and chase us in the night, but from a future they create in our minds, save money, buy things, make sure you are fine. Don't you know you're supposed to align? Having been convinced that we need to earn survival, we all feel incapable. An ever-expanding list of expectations, a world where you are defined by limitations. No more. No longer will I let others suppose, for too long has it continued. My anger has grown. Right now and from now on, my life is my own. I feel like it's apt for today's stream topic, right? Those who have everything need nothing. We, the ones who have been given nothing, could make use of so much of the everything. You friends give me more than you know. I haven't pulled a card just yet. Momentum is building. Your flowers are getting insane. I'm happy you like them, dude. I am like, let me just say it this way. Toasty has been there watching my flowers, evolve as they've been going. And there was like one day where Toasty was like convinced. He like realized, oh, this is in fact art. And he mentioned to me, you went from taking a piece of software and messing with like your piece of clothing to make something to actually knowing how to use it as a work of art, right? Like to make something out of it. And I've been taking that with me, Toast. Those words echo in my mind, though. Every single time I make a flower, I'm like, yeah, I am artisting right now. I'm so artiste. A part of me is waiting for a rainbow. I don't know why. I feel like the sun shining from that side and the clouds having been in the sky. I want to see rainbows. Please, sir. Ma'am, technically. Can I have some rainbows? I want some rainbows. Your flowers. Thank you again, Toast. Wow, Prism, Stellar Poem. Love you, friends. Toasty, because you mentioned it last week at the Sevens Lion Show when we played first time. I thought, man, Toast was right. This is the best sing-along with all of these people. Spicy poem. A little bit spicy, right? I seriously feel like I've been supposed to death. That they will suppose you to death, literally, right? The powers that be, the society we find ourselves in, we live in a society, will suppose you to death. It will keep supposing you over and over again. Oh, you retired? You're supposed to do this and that now with your money, with your time, with your life. Oh, you're supposed to feel this way if this thing happens. Oh, no, no, until you're dead. And then once you're dead, they're gonna be like, oh, you're supposed to have this burial. And you're supposed to have this casket, and you're supposed to get all of these people mourning you, and you're supposed to have your will ready, and you're supposed to stop with the suppose, please. Can't we just live our lives? I'm opposed to suppose. Exactly. Oh, so much. Seriously, dude, your flowers are expressive. Shanna, did you have the bestest of time? So much love. Love that you're writing poetry. I stay away from writing these days, not ready to face the demons that will inevitably burst from the pen. I mean, the way I see it, Kelly, that is on the Patreon. I I almost see it as a showing up, right? Like I write one piece of poetry every single day with the flower that I make. Sometimes it's not poetry, sometimes it's just like a little piece. Like for instance, the last 2 days have been significantly shorter when it comes to poetry. Yesterday's was about magic, where it went talking in magic. And this one I wonder. Hey, Maxine, seeing you, friends. Nice having you here. Yesterday we talked about talking, and the power that is in that. So I wanted to bring the talking energy into every single line that I wrote. So see if you can feel that. Talking in magic, speaking a new world into existence. We say we want to see change, but forget we are the ones to make it. Speak to your loved ones, explain to yourself. Our message is one of responsibility for the lives we'll get to lead. Declare here and now the future we deserve. Express yourself fully. Figure out what you're worth. Your voice will make a difference. You will be heard. Say, heard. Yeah, I was happy with that one as well. Little bit of little dollops of poetry. I have a friend, Christian, who's like an absolute giga chad. Why am I putting my cards away? Who's a giga chad when it comes to writing poetry, and he's like a Goliath in my mind for what a poet could be. And I'm trying. He mentioned this weekend, or this time that he was with me, it was technically the weekend. He mentioned that if I keep going with just showing up every day, little by little, I'll get better, right? And he like straight up tells me before he says that my poetry is kind of trash right now, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I know it's not great. I am trying though, and that's what's most important, dear friend. Every time, sir, please stop supposing. Please, sir, can you stop supposing? Like the bestest ever toast. Because I only write the prompts, not the whole journal entry. Baby steps. There we go. That works. Love you all. Hope your day is going well. Even better with you here with us, Maxine. We love you. Kelly saying, ah, melt. Every time it rains with the sun also shining, I yell, rainbow weather, and run outside to find it. My 3-year-old niece was adopted the habit wholeheartedly, and I'm so proud. Yeah. Go and look for the rainbows, dear friends. Go and look for the sunrises and the sunsets. Go and look for the beauty in the world, and you will find it. I promise you. If you go and seek love, oh, surprise, surprise, you'll find it, right? If you go and seek hatred, seek abolishment, seek anger, you'll find that too. You can only find that which you look for. I was blessed with so much rainwater abundance, 2 full rain barrels. Yeah, those plants are gonna be so happy. Shell, writing has always been such a crutch for me, but lately I shy away from the heavy stuff. Love the idea of prompts. I will open my journal today. Baby steps, right? We're proud of you, Kelly. This is the way we do it, right? We don't have to change the world right now, right? Like that. That's not how the changing of the world is going to happen. It's going to be a baby step, day by day, action by action, thought by thought, word by word, moment by moment thing. We will change everything. This is inevitable. You cannot help but change everything. So we might as well try and change things for the better. Start with the prompts, start with the baby steps. Let us know how it goes. Guess me and my mama would jump in the car and drive to a tall hill to catch them. I love that you hold the same value. This makes me so happy. You friends are literally changing the world just by showing up for it, by loving it, right? Like that's really the way I imagine. I believe the earth to be conscious. It's a little bit of a hippie woo-woo interpretation, right? What do you mean the earth is conscious? I mean it's paying attention to us right now. It's like, what are these human beings thinking, feeling? And if you feel gratitude, if you feel love towards the rainbows, towards the sunrises and sunsets, towards the trees sprouting from the ground, the universe knows about it. And it's like, huh, these people are pretty cool, yo. This is the card. Your consistency astounds me. I'm 36 and I have never done anything for 365 days, let alone almost 900. So proud of you and what you've created. Kez, thank you, dear friend. Pippi wants to get on my lap again. You're still dirty, sweet girl. You're still dirty, sweetie, sweetie. You're so dirty. I love you too, but you're dirty, you sweetie, sweets. I admit, Kelly, I admit I have done this, right? But at the same time, I realized that I did not do it alone, not even remotely, right? For instance, Jovan has been here since day 34. So the majority, like 830, right, of these days that I've shown up for, this beloved friend has been here with me. And there's so many more of you friends who've joined me on this journey as well. And even though I am showing up every day, and it's been almost 900 days, I'm showing up today. And it's always today. It has never been not today, and it's going to continue being today indefinitely. And I'm just happy that I can show up today with friends that love me. You friends have shown me love to the capacity that I never even knew possible. Seriously. I feel this is the card, but we did pull 2, so we'll read both, right? I feel like that's only right. We had a purple, and we had an orange from Zano, I believe, right? Zano gets orange. This is the card that I associate with Maxine as well, weirdly enough. And look at all of that orange. Look at all of that orange hair, orange halos. Look at those purple little flowers. Look at those purple little flames, at least in the middle, on the edges. This is the cards we pulled today. Purification, Meditation, and the Jade Meander. Such sick cards. Joe Bot, amazing. And your mama shared the world with you in such a beautiful way. 38, almost 39 facts. P.S. Can't believe how big Pippi has gotten. She's all grown up. Beautiful girl. She is. So many Fibonacci spirals, right? Look at them spiraling onto themselves, making these beautiful hearts. Energy purifying, coming down into the human body. That fire melting away all of the ego. Blue flames melt away ego. And the Jade Meander, these 2 butterflies, swirling in this orange energy. Those purple little vines holding onto it. The butterfly one is my favorite. Surprise, surprise. Orange butterflies, look at them. Zano. So much love. Okay. I definitely need some purification. Going through some brutal, dark times right now. Yes, you are. I can't even imagine. And weirdly enough, The crazy thing that I'm experiencing right now, Maxine, is the fact that you're potentially going through an actual purification, right? Like a part of your body will get removed as an attempt to purify, already have been removed as an attempt to purify. And the last time we went through this trip, we pulled that card for you as well, right? So I'm not surprised that we pulled it again. Let's read your card first. Our purification meditation, card number 27, and then we'll read Xanos, the Jade Meander. Purification and forgiveness. Golden ratio hearts. Fibonacci sequences. I guess I've been here for probably close to 100 days. Though, through. So I'm going to celebrate the day Mel's consistency created consistency for me. Brother Bear, like even though I don't know each of your numbers, I know Jovan's number because it got like ingrained in my brain, the 34. But you friends are just a part of the space, right? Today. That's the joke for me. And that's all that matters to me, ultimately. Sure, it's great to know that you friends have been with me on this journey for as long as you have. But it's today. It's today. And today is what's important. Showing up for love today is what's important. Goodness, now I want to see baby Pippi. There's probably a video of her on the interwebs. The doctor's delaying my hysterectomy until further testing is done. My entire life is crumbling as I heal due to the pain and the symptoms preventing me from working. Just got back from getting a heart monitor put on. I see just these spirals, like hearts turning into itself, seeing an actual heart right now. Maxine, heart monitor, what's wrong with your heart, Beansy? Probably, I do believe they have to like monitor your heart before they put you under and in surgery. I'm wearing an entire jade-colored outfit and 2 jade agate. No way. Zano, you're gonna trip my brain out, please. That's too much sync. That's so crazy. I've been unceaselessly sending you so much love, Maxine. Holding you in my heart, dear friend. Have you ever reached out to Shan about flower remedies, Maxine? This is my personal bias speaking at this point. It has helped me so much, right? I don't know if flower remedies will help with a hysterectomy, but I believe Shannon could, right? Just with conversation, just with presence. Let's read these cards. Purification meditation. Be with it, Maxine. This is for you. The geometry of golden spiral hearts encourages you to meditate and purify your consciousness. These hearts embrace the energy of love both within the core being of the figure and expanding beyond into universal love. She sits in meditation, willing to forgive herself. Yo, getting sick or being hurt or dealing with any pain in general, we can get really nasty towards the self of being like, the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you hurting like this? Why are you forgiving ourselves, willing to forgive herself and all beings, ready to purify her intentions to live a life of compassion and integrity. Flames consume and melt away all that does not serve the most loving, kind, and compassionate true self. The blue flame is that which burns away ego. This card encourages you to purify your thoughts and to look to your heart for guidance and support. Old paradigm thinking and prejudice reactions have a way of leading to feelings of guilt, gloom, and confusion. Is there an obstacle to your spiritual growth that has caused you concern of late? Is self-criticism impeding your path to your true essence? Forgive yourself and see all notions of unworthiness and shame being burned away in this transforming fire of purification. Forgive your loved ones, neighbors, politicians, and all beings for the things they have done or said that do not benefit the greater good. Let the blue flames melt away ego and reveal self-esteem and self-respect. The universe supports your growth and purification. The universe. Not just me, not just the earth, sorry, Pepe, but the whole ass universe is like, yo, go Maxine, you got this. And let's read the Jade Meander, as our beloved Zano is literally wearing jade on her body right now. Harmony and beauty as the core meanings. Embedded in this card is a beautiful meandering crop formation. The feel of this geometry is similar to the way life force moves through the human energy system. The meandering pathways conveys balance and harmony. Green jade vine and two butterflies amplify the elegance and the harmony of the scene. Choosing this card reminds you to notice beauty all around you every day and to take it into your being as one of the ways of creating greater harmony and accord in your life. See how even a stormy day, oh goodness, it was a stormy day. We had so much rain. How sicketh. See how even a stormy day is filled with splendor. Observe the exquisiteness of any one of your personal sacred objects as if for the first time. Give your attention to the harmonies in music and realize you can experience them as multi-dimensional. Notice how even such simple observations transform your perceptions. Hold an awareness of beauty and harmony in your heart long enough to generate a feeling you personally associate with each one. Observe this feeling and realize that you can consciously recall it at any time you need a bit of harmony to ease the stress of your day. Walk in beauty and flow with the harmony of the spheres. How about that? So much synchrony in this space again. I'm not surprised, but I'm so happy to be doing it with you. Let me see. I think I missed a few comments. Heart monitor. See here. Duck, Puppy, Pippi, and Mel together were a whole new level of wholesome. And it's here somewhere. How amazing is that? What a wonderful memories. It is. It is. Versions of self having been encapsulated forever on the internet. It's so wild. My vision is blacking out when I stand up. When I walk, eat, speak, my heart pounds, and I get out of breath, like I'm over-exerting myself. I'm having heart palpitations and chest pain. That does not sound fun to me, Maxine. I'm not one to tell you what to do, but I hope you take it easy. I hope you take care of yourself during this time. And I know you will get better, Maxine. I know that. I danced to Stay Hollow this morning by Ikali. The album art is a jade and a lavender jungle with a golden mirror in the middle. It's kind of wild. Toast, of course. Synchronicity is always there. You just have to look for it. Show up for it, right? Like, take yourself to a space where you feel called to, and you will notice synchrony. The universe will remind you, yes, you are where you're supposed to be. Congratulations, you've made it. Went to the ER because they found I had a pulmonary embolism. They did a slew of tests and can't find what's wrong. Because they thought I had. I feel your heart is breaking, right? On an emotional level, Maxine. That's the way I'm interpreting from my hippie woo-woo perspective, not knowing anything. I feel your heart is breaking, right? And it comes with all of these things. Like there's a massive change coming. There's a massive shift in what you consider the self. And the heart breaks. It feels heavy. Yesterday, my heart was so heavy because of this narrative that I was spinning in my head of how unloved I am, how unworthy I am, how I should have done things better, how if I did do things better, then surely things would be differently, etc., etc. And it was just dragging me down deeper and deeper into this place of sorrow that I felt like I couldn't escape. I know you will, though, Maxine. We love you, and we know that you're strong. You've gotten this far, right? Not done yet. Not done yet. Oh, Beans, gosh, my friend, I love you so much. Here to listen and be with you, loving you so dearly. Tiger, I'm so sorry you're suffering right now. I'll send you energy, gosh, I can't even imagine. None of us can. This card, though. Thank you, Kelly, for being there with it. Network support outside of us. She actually does. I do believe Maxine does have IRL friends, at least, praying, but I feel so alone. When I get back from my heart monitor appointment, I open my mail to find the government has taken my entire tax return, which I was going to use for rent. I've been meditating, doing breathwork and praying, but I feel so alone. I know that feeling. You're not alone, Maxine. There are so many people in this space right now, right here with you. You can feel us, right? Surely. We might not be there in person, but we are here. The I, the consciousness that is this world, that is the ultimate reality, is paying attention to you right now. Right? Like I don't know if there is any place where you can be less alone than here in moments like these. Maxine, my heart aches for you. My best friend was fighting cancer and got a bill for $1.2 million in total care. I couldn't believe how cold the society we're supposed to be a part of. Treated as sick. What state of country? She's in North Dakota, I believe. When I try to be active, I start shaking, sweating, and deep breathing like I'm so frail, an 80-year-old woman. I have no control right now, and I have to surrender. It has been a challenge. Maxine, words are insufficient. I want to do something to ease your burden somehow. Love is true, but pain is also real. Tell us anything you want. We are here. I carry so much shame because I can't be independent right now, that I can't be in control. I hate asking for or needing help. I have no blood family, and I have been on my own since my guardian parents put me in a homeless shelter at 17. And yet you found us, dear Maxine, right? A family that is now globally connected to you. That we live in your cell phone or we live on your TV. We are on the internet, a part of it even. Hippie woo woo is the best woo woo. Yes, I'll send you a little cash, my friend. I have your PayPal. Love to you, Joy Vive. Thank you for manifesting abundance. Maxine, look at all you have done to be self sufficient. It's time to let us and others help you. We may be far away, but tell us what you need. A bunch of us creative folks here. Tiger, do you craft? When my mobility and function is limited, I craft my days away. Painting, cross stitch. I just taught myself to crochet. It has cushioned my heart against the dark days. Thank you, Kelly, for being here today and being able to share that wisdom. I couldn't agree more. I've been thinking of setting up a GoFundMe, but then again, I just don't want to be a burden. Everything just keeps getting piled on me, and I'm having a hard time seeing the point of any of this. This is the point. This is the point, Maxine. Love isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Love shows you how much you can endure. How much can you endure, right? Why have you endured as much as you have, if not for love, right? And then almost like making that your creed, your battle cry, being like, you know what? Shit sucks right now. Like a lot. It sucks so much. I feel like I want to die. But because I love, I refuse. I refuse. I will continue to show up. Untitled and Isaac joining us as well, of course. Sending you so much love, dear friends. It is, if it is a broken heart, then tell them to look for that because it's called Takotsubo syndrome, Maxine, discovered by a Japanese doctor. The heart changes shape after trauma. We love you so much. Just speaking in my head, love you dearly, Maxine. We love you, Isaac. It's nice seeing your name in chat, dear friend. Sent you a Discord. Kaz, I'm an artist. I adore painting, but my right rhomboid and spine experience so much pain, I can barely pick up a pen to write, paint, or even when I walk to try and release the stress and get exercise. I feel like I feel like this physical form is placing me in a box that keeps getting smaller and more restrictive to the point where I can't put my head down and ignore my physical pain. I don't have Venmo, but I have PayPal and Cash App. My friends don't owe me anything. I'm not here for profits. I'm here because you listen to me and give a fuck about my life. And I have less than 5 people in my life who care about me, real life. That's a lot. Having 5 people in real life that care about you is still a lot. Having anybody that cares about you is a lot. We care about you, dear friend. You're not alone. Like for me, the thing that pisses me off is the fact that I'm not powerful enough. Where the ego that I am occupying wants to be able to finger snap your pain away. Turn this difficulty that you're facing into a cushy existence. And you know, like this is the part of me that I feel is going to get some flack pretty much for the whole of my life. But pain and this experience that we call suffering, in a weird way, is what we want, right? That we knew with embodying into the flesh that there was going to be suffering coming along with it. We knew it. It was inevitable, right? We're going to die eventually. This flesh will decay and we will go back to the rest of the infinity. And that's not a bad thing. It can be scary, can be intimidating, but it's a part of this reality that we're here for. Alan Watts made this beautiful analogy about being able to dream, that if we could go to sleep and we could perfectly lucid dream, we would spend, and let's say we could experience 80 years of a lifetime or 80 years of normal time in our dream space every single time we went to sleep, we would have experienced everything that we could have ever dreamed, right? You would have experienced the fractal of never having had to deal with any of these things, Maxine, never having found the thing in your baarmoeder is the Afrikaans word, your tubes, your womb, right? You would have experienced a world where your heart was perfectly fine, where your energy was completely there. And you probably did. You probably did. And yet still, you came to have this moment. Instead of seeing it as a burden, try. And this is coming from an extreme place of ignorance, obviously. I can't even imagine the amount of discomfort and pain you must be going through right now. But try to see it as a challenge, as an opportunity for you to become even stronger, right? I heard this beautiful analogy yesterday. I think it was Stephen Crawford who said it or something, where he asked, what do you gain with loss, right? And in your perspective, what are you gaining with this pain you're experiencing right now? And the answer, at least in my bias, is you are gaining extreme compassion, extreme empathy, extreme understanding for some other people in this world who might be experiencing the same level of pain. And if you didn't experience this pain, and I do believe, Maxine, without a shadow of a doubt, that's where I'm coming from right now. I do believe that this pain will pass. You will transcend this difficult moment that you're going through right now. And finding yourself on the other side of it, you are going to be equipped with an understanding about what pain feels like, about what it's like to be in such an extreme state of pain that it feels like you can't move, you can't do anything. And then you will be equipped to help those that are in that same space, right? In a way that I would never be able to, that none of us would be able to in the way that you could. This is not a curse. This is not you being damned. This is not you being unworthy of love. and having to suffer this experience because of how unworthy you are. There is still love. Please continue, Maxine. You will help others with this process. It's not over. It's never over. It's never over. Even if you die, it's still not going to be over. Like your consciousness continues forever into infinity and beyond. You're here for a reason, dear friend. Please continue staying. We love you so much. Help is the hardest word to say. Oh, yeah. Maxine, thank you so much for the love. Please do. Can't put my head down. The only person who's ever thought that you are the word burden is your mama. You are loved. You are worthy, and the sun will shine on you again. Yes. I'm sorry I can't be here longer. I miss you dearly, friends. I hope you know how much I loved you all every day. I'll be thinking of you deeply, Maxine, friend. We love you, dear Isaac. See you again soon, dear friend. Ron not here anymore. Kate! I see Kate's name. Sending you love in. It's nice having you here too, dear friend. By which I mean, it could be a decoration of you to say no thank you, so that what you want to do for you, so that you don't think you're a dick. And I'm sorry I said that. I get you, Shell. Thank you again. Oh, Tiger, my heart, I can't imagine. I hope the color comes back into your life so soon. This fractal of you beating cancer deserves its time in the now. You will make it, friend. Absolutely. Hey, Melt. Hey, Isaac. How are you? Hey, friend. It's nice having you, Kate. Shall say, Maxine, you can share your Cash App and PayPal information with us here so we can screenshot it. I'm sorry I used the word dick. I just really thought you would push back. It's fine. You know, you are not here for profits, of course. Making the breakdown right now. Wish I could send more Beansy. Thank you for anything that you could do, Joyviv. Oh my gosh, Shell. Telling Tiger, don't be a dick, to have her accept your love has just solidified my thoughts that you're cut from the same cloth. If Joy has a PayPal information, share it. Please do. I mean, it's up to you now, Maxine, right? It's up to you. You need to be open in order to receive. Otherwise, it's rape. Right? None of us want to rape you. All of us want to lovingly give to you. But you have to be open to receiving the universal energy. Otherwise, it is going to feel like force. And the universe is that way. The universe will force, right? The best way is to melt, is to melt more, is to let go of the ego and to allow the energy to flow, the realness. I respond well to that. If Melt says it's okay, I'll share it. Of course. Why would I not say it's okay? Be like, nah, actually, suffer alone, Maxine. Is that me? No, never. It's okay, I'll share it. I'm not here to monologize your friends in the stream. This is why I don't want to tell any of you. I feel so much shame and fear right now. Not necessary. Tomorrow, we'll open the space again, and you'll be just as welcome. And the day after, and 10 years from now, and 50 years from now, and however long we get to do this, you will always have a space here. It's okay with Melty and your friends. Share the surgery pics you can see. The doctor said I literally had the works when she put the camera in. The works? I had the works. I don't know what that means. Mel, can you please tell Maxine that it's okay for her to share? Of course. I feel like it should go without saying, right? Why would it not be okay for us to help you, right? Where like isn't that the whole point of this space, of what we've been trying to do here? I don't expect it to get through to you, Maxine, but you have no reason to feel shame. I do understand that you have a lot of fear. All of us do. I understand it very much as well, Maxine, right? That's also why I don't tend to ask. I do understand. If given infinite time and energy to experience every fractal of every life, we will choose to experience suffering too. That is one that is hard to swallow. I wonder if me and you were saying that at the same time, Toasty. I feel like that has been the hardest thing for me to accept with this analogy of love is true, right? Because it comes with this understanding that, yes, the suffering too is loving, right? And how is that even possible in our egoic minds? What do you mean? I'm suffering. This sucks. I feel like I don't want to wake up every morning. This fucking sucks. How can you say this is love? And yet, here you are, breathing again, feeling the sun on your skin, drinking a sip of water, eating something delicious. Love is true. I've never had so many people give a shit about me or even think about caring thoughts about me. I've gotten used to being a nomad and being by myself, depending only on myself. This feels so alien to me. It's weird you say that. This weekend, me and Christian ate some mushrooms together, and I was really prompting, suggesting that he should let his dad, eat mushrooms as well. And he said, like, nah, they don't want that. Talking about my dad as well, like they don't want to see that part of themselves, right? Because that part of themselves is extremely vulnerable, right? It's a very very rough thing to be that vulnerable. And unfortunately, in our current society, vulnerability is met with anger, met with disgust, met with being shunned. And then that exposing of the vulnerability causes us to go inward and hide away from our society, from the ones that we love. And here, there's a certain level of openness, of being vulnerable, of admitting that you're vulnerable in this moment right now. And all of us having this opportunity to not shun you, to not send you away, but to embrace you, to hold you in our hearts, in our minds. It does feel alien. It does feel alien, but you are worthy of it. Please do remember, Kitty is up to shenanigans behind me. I don't expect it to get through. Thank you again. Tiger, no, you have nothing to be ashamed of. Kitty is distracting me. Love and share our best when we can. It's your turn to rest and receive. Wait, just in case I'm not understanding, I do not have cancer. We know, but it might as well be, right? It might as well be cancer. If you're gonna get a hysterectomy, people that have ovarian cancer get hysterectomies as well. Like the implications of what you're gonna have to go through is still very much the same. A loving group of humans want to bless you in your time of need, Beansy. No shame, no blame, just love. We care about you. Misheard, love you. Anyway, double toasted. The works, everything masses, fibrosis, final stage, and the most severe and painful. French fried. I already put it in the Discord and general tab. Friends, thank you. Stream is probably going to end soon. I'm 100%, no questions, asking no chance of failure streaming today at 12:30. I have no idea what those words mean, Doc. Does that mean you are gonna stream at 12:30? No questions asked, no chance of failure streaming today, I'm guessing. Opening the space again. You are not a failure if you ask for help. It's a very hard thing to reach, to reteach the self. No worries, Toasty. No. Love's true. Joe Schmo is here too. Thank you for offering your presence in your space. Your heart to this moment. I posted my Jade outfit in the Discord too. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you for sharing this moment, for sharing your presence, for sharing your love. This journey is not over. This story is not over. There is probably, I can almost guarantee you, going to be a lot more work to be done, a lot more suffering to experience, a lot more pain in this process of us trying to become our true selves, right? Forgive that self. Max, do you want mushrooms? Please. Sure, Shell. Yes, send her mushrooms. Do that, please, Shell. Like, seriously, please send Maxine mushrooms. Like, the edible kind, right? It's just edible mushrooms. You can eat them. You definitely can eat them. I love you, friends, so much. Thank you for joining me, for spending some time. Maxine, I'm going to be thinking about you so much. We love you. I'll see you, friends, again soon. Tomorrow. I better see you there, Maxine. I'm going to be like, Maxine. Another day, another opportunity to love one another. Thank you for joining me, dear friends. Until tomorrow.